It's 7:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Police have laid more charges over the Wickham Park murder earlier this year. A 46-year-old man's been extradited from Brisbane and has been refused bail to appear in Newcastle local court today, charged with aggravated robbery and concealing a serious offence. He's the fourth person to be charged over the death of Tony O'Grady, whose body was hog-tied and dumped in Thomas Armstrong Oval in March. A man's been arrested in the grounds of Newcastle High School overnight after being chased down by two off-duty police officers. It's alleged the 30-year-old snatched a bag from a 63-year-old woman at the King Street McDonald's just after 6 last night. Vanessa Allen Erickson from police headquarters says he ran off, but the two off-duty officers chased him to a nearby sports ground and into a drain.
Now, the two male officers followed and was told the man that they were police officers and that he was under arrest. Now, he allegedly told the officers he had a knife and threatened them before dropping the handbag and jumping a fence into a school. Now, uniformed officers arrived and established a perimeter to the grounds of the school. Police dog was located the man and he was arrested and taken to Newcastle Police Station.
Police are investigating a drink spiking incident at Hamilton. A 19-year-old woman was selling raffle tickets in Beaumont Street yesterday afternoon when she was approached by a man who bought a large amount of tickets, then offered to buy her a beer at a nearby hotel. She later felt unwell and dizzy and told staff while the man ran off. He's described as being in his 30s, 170 centimetres tall with olive skin, solid build, stubble and an Italian accent. Questions are being asked about Labor's promise to fund the redevelopment of the Newcastle Art Gallery. The state opposition has pledged $14 million from the Hunter Infrastructure Fund if it wins the March election. Fund Chairman Peter Blackmore says there are other applications already in the pipeline for more deserving infrastructure projects.
I think with a by-election first up, a lot of this is a smokescreen. But please, I just ask for it to be done properly, but not at the expense of more needy proposals and applications that have been put in.
An inquiry established in the wake of the political donation scandal in the Hunter is set to recommend politicians be sent to jail for 10 years if they deliberately breach political donation laws. An expert panel has been looking into the issue since damning revelations at ICAC involving Hunter MPs Tim Owen, Andrew Cornwell, Gary Edwards and Craig Bowman. A full report is expected in December. The Coppers chemical storage facility at Mayfield will be subject to a number of upgrades following a directive from the Environment Protection Authority. The upgrades, worth more than $700,000, are a part of the pollution reduction program to minimise the impact of odour and air pollution on the neighbouring community and environment. The EPA's manager for the Hunter region, Adam Gilligan, says the upgrade should be complete by early next year.
So there's two parts to the process, both on-site and where Coppers load product onto ships, both related to reducing the emission of odours from those operations. Coppers have until January next year to complete these upgrades, and the EPA will monitor their progress to make sure that the works are done and we get those improvements in air quality.
Now with sports, Cecilia Connell.
At the end of one of the toughest years in the club's history, the Newcastle Knights came together to celebrate their annual awards last night. Beau Scott was named Player of the Year and shared Wayne Bennett's Coaches Award with Alex McKinnon. Topping off the night, past front row greats Danny Badiris, Tony Butterfield and Mark Sargent were inducted into the Knights Hall of Fame. The Newcastle Jets are in final preparations to face bitter rivals, the Central Coast Mariners at Gosford tomorrow in the opening round of the A-League. Despite a protracted pre-season, Captain Q says the team is ready and raring to go.
Everybody looks sharp. Everybody's still fighting for their position. So that's a good thing. But like you said, it's a very long pre-season, so it's finally happening at the weekend.
Meanwhile, Jets Chief Executive Robbie Middleby will be banking on favourable early results to drive membership figures. It's hoped the club will hit the 10,000 mark in time for the first home game in early November. That's sport. I'm Cecilia Connell.
To NURFM News Time 26 to 8.